Hello and welcome once again to Scorpion Cigar Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing the Camacho Legendario Toro. This is a Maduro wrapper. Get out of the cellophane here. Picked this up for $7.05 at my local tobacconist. Fairly light on the weight. Nice firm pack. The wrapper feels quite rough, like a fine sandpaper. Some small veins. Almost invisible seams. Well, just when I think I see a seam, turns out it's not. But very tight seams. This has I believe a double cap. Alright, I'll get the footband removed. Maybe. There we go. Alright. Very dark wrapper. A little bit of unevenness in the pack, but not too terribly bad. A few little small lumps here and there. A little bit of tea, cocoa, general tobacco scents on the wrapper and the foot. Oh, that's pleasant. What is that? I'm not sure what that is, but it's really good. Once again, a little bit of tea in there. Almost a slight hint of like a marmalade type of thing or something. Cocoa. Like a cake. Like a chocolate cake almost. Alright. Use my Cigar cutter. Pre-draw has a little bit of spiciness. Not sure what the spice is though. Maybe a little bit of cumin, some leather. Maybe a slight hint of antique type parchment, like an antique book. Really good. Lots of nice flavors going on. So we'll get lit up. Right, there we go. Plenty of smoke output. Kind of dry smoke. And the cigar wrapper itself is very dry on my lips. A little blast of pepper, not too powerful. Okay, so far it's a good solid medium body. So we'll let this get somewhere into the first third and we'll be back. Here we are, a little over 20 minutes in. The inch held on for about an inch, and I set it down in the ashtray to adjust the camera, and the ash fell off. This is a 6x50 Toro. The Legend Ario comes in an Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrapper and the Maduro wrapper. The Maduro wrapper has all Honduran tobaccos in it. The cigar has mellowed out quite a bit. Upper mild, lower medium on the body and the strength. I picked up a little bit of mineral in there just as it transitioned from the initial lighting on the foot to early in the first third. I'm now picking up some white pepper on the retrohale. Along with a little bit of meatiness and a little bit of leather. Very subtle. The pepper really lasts in the nose. But other than that, all the flavors are pretty short on the finish. Oh, that sneeze hurt. That was a deep, deep sneeze. Oh my goodness. That wasn't just the cigar, it's the pollen in the air too. That's one of the drawbacks to smoking outside. There's just so much pollen in the air this time of year. It's ridiculous. Very pleasant cigar. As I had mentioned in some of my other reviews about beginning smokers, some people say that you should start with a mild cigar, and I disagreed. This is a little stronger than just your real low-end mild. This is kind of in between upper mild and lower medium. This would probably be a good cigar to start with. There's some subtle flavors in there, nothing so overpowering that it's just such a kick to the senses. Yet they're not so subtle that you couldn't pick them out if you are new to cigar smoking. So this is, really, and for the price point, just over $7 for this size cigar. This would probably be a good cigar for a newcomer to start with. Picking up a little bit of some hints of some Cajun dishes, not necessarily the spicy aspect of Cajun dishes, but the other flavors that come through in Cajun dishes. Smoke is still pretty dry. Okay, so I'll get somewhere into the second third and I'll be back. We're just about 40 minutes in. You see the ash is starting to get a little funky on me here. Piece of it fell off. Starting to mushroom at the top a little bit, getting a little flaky, starting to burn a little unevenly. However, I don't feel a need to correct the burn at this point, see if it is self-correcting or not. I'm going to go ahead and flip this ash off. Alright, there we go. Just entering the second third. Still a upper mild, low medium, somewhere in there. It's kind of transitioning back and forth a little bit. Picked up on the minerals a little bit again. The pepper's died down a little bit. Still a little bit of the white pepper in there on the retrohale, but it's not lingering quite as much. It's a little shorter on the finish, but in the nose there it's still a little bit of a tickle. really is a pleasant cigar. I've been real happy with the Legendario line. I've smoked several of these. Not a whole lot else going on. I'll get somewhere into the final third and I'll be back. Right, here we are, just about an hour in. I'm in the final third. It went out and I relit it and then the ash fell off, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the band at this point. It was the only touch-up I made to the cigar. The burn was self-correcting, and then it started to go out. I took a few draws and it relit, and then I waited a few minutes and it went out. So here we are. The smoke is remaining cool. There's probably about 3 inches of cigar left all the way to the cap. No real changes. Still a slightly dry smoke. Still teetering between upper mild and lower medium body. A little low on the strength still. A little bit of leather, a little bit of mineral. A little bit of cayenne pepper in there maybe. Everything's real subtle. Finishes are pretty short. So I'll continue this down into the nub and I'll be back. Here we are, about an hour and 15 minutes in. A little over an inch worth of ash, inch and a quarter, somewhere in there. I'm going to go ahead and ash it because it's been my experience with this cigar that that's about all it'll hold on for. Yep, little flick and it came off. So here I am, into the nub. A little bit of the wrapper came off in my mouth there. I'll go and end this review here, although I will continue smoking it through the nub. The Camacho Legendario Toro size, 6x50. In Maduro wrapper, all Honduran tobacco. Kind of a mild cigar, upper end of mild. It kicked into the lower medium a few times. Picked up some spices, a little bit of cumin early on, some white pepper on the retrohale, a little bit of Cajun dish in there, a little bit of mineral, a little bit of leather, a little bit of antique parchment. But everything was real subtle, for the most part pretty short on the finish, with the exception of the white pepper on the retrohale through the nose would linger for quite a while. Even made me sneeze once. $7.05 at my local tobacconist. This would be a good cigar for the novice looking to get into smoking cigars. Nothing too overbearing, nothing so subtle that you couldn't pick out the flavors. Pretty even keeled, slight changes that you could pick out. Good beginner cigar. I thank you for watching Scorpion Cigar Reviews. See you next time.